Alright, so now let's look at lesson 2 of the modified algorithm. And this time we're going to be looking at a 3-digit divisor, a 3-digit dividend, and a 1-digit divisor still. So we're looking at the number 846 divided by 8. And in this one, hopefully we will have a remainder. Remember, we're looking at how many times can 8 go into this number 846. Well, the first thing we need to do is start off by, remember, we're doing this by place value. And so we need to ask ourselves, well, I have 8 groups. Can I start off by putting 100 in each group, in each of those 8 groups? So I start with my hundreds. I do 8 times 100. Well, I look at that. That's pretty close to 846. So right off the bat, I can put 100 into each of the 8 groups. I put my multiplication sign, so now I multiply 8 times 100. Oh, I am so sorry, guys. I forgot. We're only supposed to put a 1 there, because that 1 still represents 100. So now, 800, I'm going to subtract. So now I have a remainder of 46. 46 is greater than 8, so I know I can still divide. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to go to my tens. I know that 8 times 10 is 80. And well, 80 is more, or 80 is greater than 46. So that means that I can't put any 10s into each of those 8 groups. I cannot put any 10s in there. So my 10s I can't use. The next thing I'm going to do now is go to my 1s. Now I do 8 times 5 is 40. So that I can use, because 8 times 6 is 48, and that's greater, and 46 is greater than 46. So 40 is what I'm going to use. So I'm going to put a 5 in the 1's place. Now I'm going to multiply. 5 times 8 is 40. I subtract, and I have a remainder of 6. So my quotient is 105, remainder 6. Make sure I have it boxed, and then I'm going to go and check it. So 105 times 8, 0, regroup my 4 to the 10th place. 4, because 8 times 0 is 0 plus 4. Then 8 times 1 is 8. I'm going to add my 6 in. 846. My answer does check. And so that is the end of the lesson. But let's look at one more just to double check, okay? So let's say if I have the number 6. And let's say, 714. Put my place value chart up here again. Put my hundreds, my tens, and my ones. You remember the first thing I do. I start off, can I put 100 in each group? 6 times 100 is 600. I try 6 times 200. That's 1,200. So I can't put 200 in each group, but I can put 100 into each group. So I put a 1 right there to represent 100, because that is in the hundreds place. I multiply. 100 times 6 is 600. Now I subtract. I have a remainder of 114. I compare that to my divisor. 114 is greater than 6, so I know I can still divide. So now, change colors, I'm going to go to my tens place. So 6 times 10 is 60. 6 times 20 is 120. So I can't put 20 in each group, but I can put 10 in each group. So now I put a 1 in my tens place to represent 10. I multiply. 10 times 6 is 60. that is going to give me a remainder of 54. So now I go to my ones place just based off the fact that 60 is greater than 54, so I know I can't put another 10 into each one of those 6 groups. So now I do 6 times 9 is 54, and now I'll put a 9 in my ones place, and I'll multiply across. 9 times 6 is 54, subtract a remainder of 0, then I go through and I check it. 119 times 6 . 6 times 9 is 54. Put a 4 in my ones place. Regroup my 5 tens. 6 times 1 is 6, plus another 5 is 11. Bring my 1 down to my tens place, and then I'm going to regroup my 1 to my hundreds place. 6 times 1 is 6, plus 1 is 7. It matches, it checks. Put my Gucci sign. And, well, that is the end of our lesson. I put that there just in case you needed to see another example.